Welcome back again, guys, to another week where we are recreating lunches from the 1920s. We're doing salads and sandwiches, and today we are doing another one of the recipes that you guys voted on. Our sandwich today is the fig and apple sandwich, and we're doing the prune salads to go along with that. Now, along with the season, we have our Christmas gear on, and I think however long ago, I had on a denim fall shirt embroidered. Today I have the Christmas version of that, so I'm pretty excited about this outfit today as well. We're gonna start today with the salads because after the prunes are stuffed, they want them to be refrigerated and very cold. So we'll start with those and pop those into the fridge while we make our sandwiches. Although we don't have to stone them and take the seeds out or the stones out, they are a little bit flat and yeah, I mean, they're not dry, but they're not plump and, ready to be filled with anything. So I think we'll start by steaming these just a little bit. And then once they're nice and kind of steamed and flexible and easy to stuff, then we'll go ahead and get those together. I've made a makeshift steam basket here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put those right in there, and hopefully the steam will kind of come up and plump these a little bit. Whoop, careful there. These, I think, are as steamed as they're gonna get, but they are quite warm right now. So while those cool, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the filling. I have some cottage cheese in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop a little bit. It says half as much walnut meats as cream cheese, cottage cheese. Half as much walnut meats as the cottage cheese. So I'm thinking, that looks about right. We'll do that. I have my maraschino cherries here. We'll chop a few of those up and get those mixed in. We have our walnut meats chopped up. We're gonna go ahead and add it in there. And now we need 2 or 3 of these maraschino cherries. A 1, a 2, and a 3. I need a whole, I didn't put an apron on for this one, but I have maraschino cherries and a white top. We'll see if I still have a white top after this. 2 or 3, just chopped, it doesn't say. Tori, can you get out the the heavy cream?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm just going to use the same knife here and kind of cut this open, or attempt to. I wonder if a serrated knife would be better. Just want to make sure I don't slice my finger open. Okay. There we go. We have it opened up there. Now these are a little bit flat, so I'm wondering how they're going to turn out, because I think what they are picturing when they're talking about this is like nice big plump ones, but these really just didn't plump up very well.
Does it say to slice them, like butterfly them, or just like open them?
Well, it says to, let's see. Cut a slit down the side and remove the stones, and then pack as full as possible with the cheese mixture, taking out some of the prune pulp to make room.
So would it make sense to kind of just cut a slit here and then stuff it?
Well, if we cut a slit here like that and just stuffed it, maybe, I wonder if we'd be able to get the stuff in there. There's only one way to find out.
Okay. We're gonna need a smaller spoon.
Yes, I have that little teeny tiny spoon. Let's try it. We'll try the butterflied option first. Get that little teeny tiny spoon out, please, Tori.
This teeny tiny?
Yes. Where was that one that we just opened up? Like that. Okay. We have this teeny tiny spoon. Let's see if we can get it in there. Oh yeah, you know what? That was a really good idea, Tori. I think this is gonna work better.
Sometimes I'm smart.
Oh, nope, we can only get like 2 curds of cottage cheese in there at a time. Press it. Okay. Do you want to be the slicer and I'll be the stuffer? The stuff that they did in these days was very labor intensive. My goodness. Who had the time for all this with all those kids they had back in the day?
Maybe these were written for the wealthy women that had help.
Maybe. Oh yeah, this is perfect, Tori. You're very right about this. Thank you.
Well, definitely more time intensive, but
Yeah, but it looks better. Like, you look at the one that I was thinking of doing like this, and then you look at the one you did. Yours looks way better. This is going to take forever. We'll be back with you guys in about 6 hours.
see you next week.
We've got them all stuffed now, so I'm just gonna put them in this bowl and stick them in the fridge while we work on our sandwiches. So for these apple fig sandwiches that you guys voted on, I could not find fresh figs anywhere. Figs are not in season right now. It's the winter. I don't think figs were in season back then either, although, you know, you think about it, and I was actually thinking about Christmas songs, the figgy pudding song. Were they using dried figs? Were they using fresh figs? I don't know, but I bought dried figs because well, first, it's the only thing I had access to, but also, in thinking about what they would have used back then in December, they wouldn't have had fresh figs unless in the 1920s figs were in season in December, but that just does not make sense to me. And things were not shipped as widely as they used to be. No. Things now are shipped a lot more widely than they used to be. So we have access to a lot more things now here in the world than they would have 100 years ago. So I'm hoping that maybe they meant dried figs and they just didn't say it, or that these will be an acceptable substitute. So I'll chop those up, but in the meantime, I'm going to peel and, does it want them peeled? Yes. A half a cup of peeled apple. And we'll see if we can get this to happen again. Remember the last time when I peeled this and I was able to get the whole peel in one thing? I should just shut up, because if I say it, I'm gonna ruin it. Well, I've already ruined it because I was getting too eager and excited and trying not to break it, so I've left quite a bit of the peel on the apple. All right, so I did it all in one, and I forgot to count the letters going around, but I have also left quite a bit of peel going around that apple. Tori, can you get me a measuring cup?
Yes. Liquid or dry?
Dry, please.
What size?
Get me a 1 cup, I think. This doesn't have to be exact, but thank you. We'll fill that about 2/3 of the way. I feel like this is probably good enough for 2/3 of a cup. It's probably much more than 2/3 of a cup. I promise I'm not gonna cut my fingers, probably. I think that's 2/3 of a cup about. Oh, this is a 3/4 cup.
Oh.
So we have our apple and 1/3 of a cup of figs. So we should do half of that amount. I wonder if it was supposed to be fresh, I wonder if using the dried will make the 1/3 of a cup a little more concentrated, because obviously these are a little bit smaller. When you use dry, even you use dry spices, you use dry herbs, dried fruit, you're usually supposed to use a little bit less. I wonder if the flavor will be much more concentrated.
I feel like fresh herbs taste stronger than the dried.
Probably because we use old expired herbs and
Well,
spices half the time.
that might be a part of it, yeah.
Yes. They're not freshly dried. Sometimes, if I have mint in the backyard or something. Okay, we're to mix this with mayonnaise, so I'm gonna dump the apple in, and we have some mayonnaise we made there, and I'm just gonna fill this halfway. Since it's 2/3, we'll fill it halfway to 1/3. That looks about right, I think. And we'll mix them all together. Now, it says to put on nut bread. Tori, would you like to do my gluten-free bread? Because it's a little nutty in there. Your bread is just plain white bread. Would you like to use my bread?
Sure.
Okay. Bring me some slices, please. And are we to butter it? Yes, we are to butter it. We have buttered our bread. Let's get the filling in here. We'll do mine first. Wah! And then Tori, can you get out the prunes, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Not quite sure how full it wants this to be. So there is that. And now we'll do yours, Tori, over here. And you just want half a sandwich, right?
Correct.
So we're just gonna cut it in half with this spoon here. Oh no, it's coming out. And here is what it looks like for Tori's. So we have our chilled prune slices, or prune cups, whatever, stuffed prunes. We're gonna slice them into 3, I believe. Does it say 3? Slice crosswise, 3 slices to a prune. Oh boy, I don't know if that's quite, it's kind of coming out of there. Squishing out. Maybe we should have put this in the freezer. Do this first. Oh boy. This is not turning out how I think they intended. Let's try this one. Maybe this will be better. Nope, not even a little bit. Nope. Oh, guys, I'm
So
sorry.
much worse.
Yeah. Oh, I had such high hopes for how pretty this would be, but the refrigerator really didn't cut it. I mean, I can feel it. It's cold, but it's soft. It really maybe needed the freezer.
We didn't have them in there very long though.
Maybe if we hadn't used cottage cheese too, if we had used cream cheese.
Maybe.
I think that's gonna be good enough for now. Now we have to pile them into these lettuce cups here. So we'll see how that turns out. We'll put the better looking side up. Well. Kind of looks like that one looks like an olive a little bit, a stuffed olive. Apparently there must have been something about creamed mayonnaise in December, because just about all of these recipes so far have called for mayonnaise thinned with cream. And this one calls for creamed mayonnaise as well. There's mayo in everything in December, I guess. Maybe it's to mimic snow. I don't know. But let's go ahead, and we're supposed to surround these. So I assume just around the edges makes sense. All right, what do you want to do first? Sandwiches or salads?
Let's go with salads.
Okay. I was just, for some reason in my head, I'm like, oh, we did fig salads and fig sandwiches. I forgot these were prunes and not figs. All right. Gonna get a little bit of the creamed mayo and that stuffed prune in there. Smells good.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Cheers. Cheers.
I was expecting a lot more from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just, oh.
Mm-hmm. I think it's good. You're right, it's a little bit mild, a little more mild than expected. And I'm not just saying this because I don't love mayonnaise, but I could have done, I don't think the mayonnaise mixes well with this.
No.
I think if you would have had, get the ones we didn't do. Just the stuffed prunes. Okay, pick one. Let's try it without the mayonnaise. Let's just try a stuffed prune like we didn't slice it and we served it like this.
Still more mild than I would expect. But yeah, the creamed mayonnaise definitely like takes away the flavor.
I agree. That tastes kind of like Christmas to me. A little bit.
No, they taste really good.
Those are delicious. I'm glad we steamed them.
Yes.
And softened up those prunes a little bit. That soft, really sweet, along with the cream cheese, the creaminess of the cream cheese and the crunchy. What do we have? Walnuts or pecans? Walnuts.
Walnuts
are in those. I don't really see what the cherry is adding to this other than the red color. And maybe that's all they intended, because they said just 2 or 3. And it makes it a nice, pretty pink color, but it doesn't really add anything else to it.
I think if we were using cream cheese rather than cottage cheese, I would put chopped maraschino like we did, just for like the added texture. With the cottage cheese, I think I would just drizzle in a little bit of the juice.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. All right, how about our sandwiches? All right, you guys saw what they look like. Again, I just smell every time I...
mayonnaise.
Okay, I just smell the bread.
Let me smell yours.
Okay.
Yeah, I smell the bread.
Yeah. I just smell your bread. Also.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Like that pop of the fig seeds, but I don't taste the fig at all.
Really?
Yeah, I just taste mayonnaise with a little bit of apple.
I definitely taste the fig in there, 100%.
This one looks like a heavier fig bite one moment.
I get that, like, the feeling of a fig Newton, and I don't know if I'm just associating the flavor with that feeling, or if I'm really tasting it. I assume I'm really tasting it.
I got more of the flavor with that bite.
Okay. I just cut off a slice of mine. Try it with my bread, with a nut bread. Multi-grain, whatever kind of nuts and seeds in there. This
Much
is
better.
You know, so far I've been using this bread for the last several sandwiches, and it reminds me almost, we talked about, I usually have something on my face. What was the first one we did while you were here? And it was I gave you a really thick portion of something, of a filling.
Oh, it was the sweet pickles.
Oh, yeah. So you and I had talked about, after the cameras turned off, we were discussing a little bit more, and you had said the ratio that I gave you was like the ideal cream cheese to bagel ratio. It was that thick, like this much cream cheese in the middle there. This bread almost has a similar flavor and feeling to me when I have something that has cream cheese. It reminds me a little bit of a bagel. Do you get that when you taste that? Or have I just not had a bagel in so long?
I think you just haven't had a bagel. No, this is really good. Like, if I didn't already know I was eating gluten-free bread, I wouldn't expect that from this. It is good bread, and it pairs really well with that filling. But I don't get the bagel.
Okay, I'll share with you guys which one I'm using. This is the Char Artisan Baker multi-grain bread. And this is what I've been using for the last several videos. And I don't know, I think it's pretty fantastic. It can get a little tricky with gluten-free products, and in particular, gluten-free breads. And I've had some really terrible, terrible gluten-free breads before, but I don't know, this one so far has been one of my favorites, I think. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this week. If you like what you saw, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss another one of our luncheons. Join us next week where we round out the rest of the recipes that you guys voted on. See you then. Bye.